Today for our warm-up, we're going to practice sketching out basic shapes. So the first thing we're going to go ahead and do is just make sure that we draw lightly with our pencil. The other thing we're going to do is think about the way that we're holding our pencil in order to sketch these out in a way that is quick but also accurate. And then the third thing we're going to do is just think about the basic shapes that make up an object, okay? So as we practice each of these shapes on our paper, these are going to be the base shapes for some of the objects that we're going to be drawing throughout this unit, okay? So things like a circle, a square, a triangle, rectangle, oval, even other shapes. So we're going to kind of make sure that we practice each of those, okay? So the first thing that I just wanted to share with you all is we are going to sketch out lightly. I am going to draw on my paper a little bit darker than we need to, because the last video I made for you guys, I sketched out really lightly and we couldn't see anything, so that was bad. So you're going to keep your pencil marks light. The other thing I just want you to be aware of is anytime you're drawing details, okay, on your drawing, you're going to have more of a grip like this on your pencil, okay? And when you grip your pencil kind of like this, see how we have this range of motion here. You can do like sketching, outlines on top, things like that. There's a confined movement, right, that you're able to achieve just by holding your pencil like this. Like this is really the range of motion that you can achieve. When we're sketching basic shapes for objects, I want you guys to consider holding your pencil more like halfway back on your pencil and also have a grip more like this. This allows you to use your whole shoulder to do things like circles, okay? So I'm actually gonna start there because that's the one I'm gonna spend the most time on today. So for some of these, I want you to consider, just for your basic sketch of your object, when you're working on basic shapes, to hold your pencil a different way in order to achieve some of these movements, okay? So to create my circle that I'm gonna sketch out, I'm gonna hold my pencil kind of like this, okay? So about halfway back, I'm gonna have this kind of grip on it with my index finger on top, and I'm gonna use the whole range of motion coming from my shoulder in order to lightly sketch a bunch of circles, okay? So I'm gonna go around a bunch of times. And again, I'm gonna make sure that I press a little bit harder with my pencil, although I want you to keep yours light, okay? And so see how we have a whole bunch of circle lines that go around for this particular shape here. At this point in time, I can then refine this and have like a different grip on my pencil and choose the ones that best represent this particular shape, okay? Definitely use this grip on your pencil first to go around a bunch of times and the movement from your shoulder. And then what you can do is take your eraser and erase any of the lines that just are not working, okay? So these ones in here I don't really need. And so this one right here, this is almost perfect for my circle shape, okay? If I even want to at this point, I can get a closer grip on it and just trace the ones that I would like, the lines that I would like to make up that circle, okay? But to create that, and I'll go over the steps of that again, I'm holding my pencil like this, okay, about halfway down, index finger here, and I'm using the whole range of motion from my shoulder to go around a bunch of times lightly. And again, I'm drawing this a little bit darker on my paper just so y'all can see it. And then from all these lines, I'm going to then choose the ones that I want to make the perfect circle, okay? So erase, you can even draw on top. Okay, so that just kind of gives you an idea of how you can hold your pencil and, do a whole bunch of sketchy lines in order to create a more perfect circle, okay? Now I'm gonna use the same range of motion or the same grip on my pencil and range of motion to create some of these other base shapes here. So something like a square or rectangle, I'm gonna have this kind of grip on my pencil. And having this grip on my pencil with my index finger on top, see how it allows me to create a stroke that looks like this, okay? And how straight that is really without me using a ruler, okay? So consider having this grip on your pencil in order to create some of these base shapes, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and pull my paper down a little bit just to give you guys an idea of the next couple ones. So something like triangle is sort of the same way. Okay, so we have, again, I'm holding the grip on my pencil like this, and it allows me to do these type of movements, to have, hold my pencil steady with my index finger on it like this kind of grip, and look at where my thumb is. So my index finger and my thumb right here, and get a really pretty straight line for each of these shapes that require one, okay? The last one I do want to do with you all is, let's kind of talk about the oval and transforming that oval into a kind of into a football type shape, because that'll be some of the shapes that we end up using for leaves, I think, in a lot of cases. So for your oval, I'm gonna make it sort of elongated this way, but again, I'm gonna hold my pencil about halfway back here. Look at the grip that I have on my pencil. Okay, it's gonna look like this. And I'm gonna go ahead and just go around using the range of motion from my shoulder. Okay, notice I'm not having this type of grip on it right now. So holding it back with my index finger and my thumb like this. And I'm gonna go around a bunch of times like this. Okay, and again, I can erase any lines that I don't want to be part of that oval. I'm gonna do it one more time over here. Okay, using that range of motion from my shoulder. And then the other thing I can do is I can, on top, kind of hold my pencil more like this. You can also grip it like this if you would like. I'm gonna try and hold my pencil like this, and with that range of motion, I'm going to do some straight lines toward the end to turn these into these football shapes. Okay, and obviously I can come back and grip my pencil a little bit different and refine these. Okay, so what I want for you all to practice today with a warm-up is practice each of these shapes. Okay, so circle, rectangle or square, triangle, oval, things like that. Practice drawing lightly and practice a different grip on your pencil, okay? Anytime you grip your pencil like this is for refining or adding details, okay? For preliminary sketching, consider not only drawing lightly, but also a grip more like this on your pencil, which allows you to create either straight lines with a wrist motion, okay? Or circular lines that involve your whole shoulder. Okay, so those are the things we're going to practice today for our warm-up.